The way I'm going from 0 to 15,000 streams a month on Spotify is by using paid ads. You want real streams, you don't want bots or just huge number in your Spotify account. And in this video I'm going to show you what type of Facebook ad campaigns I have and how much I pay for them and my current results. I started uploading to Spotify already in 2017. At that time I uploaded albums. So my first album was about 25 tracks and it didn't really get any plays at all. I kept on uploading albums during the years on Spotify until 2021 when I started uploading singles instead. Still, the tracks did not get that much streams. So at this point I'm thinking that maybe the music isn't really ready quality-wise, right? And that's the reason for it not being detected or being played by people on Spotify or perhaps other streaming services. But that may not be entirely true. You see, the amount of music that is uploaded to Spotify is extreme. It's over 60,000 new tracks every day that's getting uploaded to Spotify. So everything you upload there will be buried in their catalog and it will be extremely difficult for someone to find you if they don't know about you at all. So this is why I'm using Facebook ads, Instagram ads to get more eyes to my tracks. And judging by the occasional comments I get on Instagram, on Facebook, and sometimes on YouTube actually as well, even if I don't advertise for it, I can see that there are actually real people listening, saving, and adding music to my playlists. I'm going to show you a comparison in Spotify of artists here where I did a promotion buying something from Fiverr or making the ads myself. And if you see here on incoming transmission here, you can see that I paid for streams from Fiverr here. It gave me streams, right? 200-300 streams. Then the promotion ended and, it got this pretty sharp drop off here, and after that almost no streams, like 1 or 2 or something like that. And if we take a look at the track where I advertised using Facebook ads, the first week I don't get that much streams, perhaps 80-100 streams, and then I get into Discover Weekly, or I think this was Release Radar. I get suddenly a few days with 800-700 streams, and also I get a push one day, actually got 2,000 streams. I think I turned off my ad around here, around November 18, I think it was. Yeah, it's about once a month. And you can see I still have this tail of streams behind the ad, like 132, 98, 70, and it goes down a little bit and then it goes up. But I have this tail of streams even if I don't run any ads on this song at all. But if you look at the song where I used Fiverr advertising, playlisting and things like that, I don't have nearly that much tail afterwards. So what I use to drive listeners to my Spotify profile is Facebook ads. I made a video about a $650 campaign earlier and it should pop up here, perhaps if you want to take a look at that one as well. But if we take a look into my Facebook account here, we can see that the campaigns I have been running, it's really interesting to see how much everything costs, because I believe that's an indication, or could be an indication, on how my tracks are being perceived by the ad viewers. Up until now, I have run 3 real campaigns with budgets over $500, and the top one in this list is Stellar Engine. It is shut down now, but it ended up using a total of $640. For that amount, I got 2,172 conversions. That's people clicking through to the song from the ad, and over the entire life of the ad, the cost per conversion was around 29 cents. The cost is not that bad because I'm mainly targeting tier 1 and tier 2 countries, and that's countries that are normally a little bit more on the expensive side to show ads to. So the ad I'm running now at the recording of this video is I could say that it's my worst performing one, but it's not really that bad. It's the one here called Containment Field. The price is currently slightly above 30 cents per conversion. It's not really that bad, but it's all right, I would say. My best performing ad so far is Forgotten Astronaut, and I am still running this campaign alongside my normal Containment Field campaign, since the price per conversion on Forgotten Astronaut is so good at the moment. So if we go to the latest 7 days here and we take a look at Forgotten Astronaut, if you see the conversion or cost per view here, it's around 18 cents. So it's below 20 cents. So I decided to keep that ad running for, it's only about $3 per day, which translates to about $100 per month. The reason I'm running this campaign so low is because I have another campaign running which takes up most of my budget. So I don't have an unlimited money supply, so that's why. But the clicks are so cheap, so I still get a few clicks even though I just have it at $3 per day. Many say that Facebook ads are expensive, but I think it's possible to get cheap running ads, but to get to this point, I had to test different things. I had to try 3 campaigns here and run different ads to see what's working or not. You can see that in my, let's say, if I go into Forgotten Astronaut here, you can see I have 3 different ads. When I started the campaign, I had all of these ads running, so I had kept them running for, let's say, probably 3 or 4 days. And we had an ad here, was pretty expensive. It was about 40-50 cents per conversion. So I decided to turn it off after, I think it was a week. I have to kind of try to give it a week or at least 50 conversions to see how much it's going to cost. But the cost stayed high, so I decided to turn it off. And you kind of have to do this with all ads. Same here in containment field. I have 3 different ad creatives where I have my tracks intro, my tracks main part, and my tracks main part, another main part. And we can see how much the conversion is. Like you can see the intro conversion here is almost $1. I still keep it running though, because it never kind of gets any clicks anyway. So if it finds a click that is cheap, I think Facebook is actually going to figure this out on its own. So that's why I keep it running. But again, here you can see that, and Siri likes to talk when I record a video. Stop with that. Thank you, Apple. And on the main ad here, the cost per conversion was around 60 cents. So if we take a look inside Spotify for artists and line up my 3 major releases I have run ads for, we can see that both Forgotten Astronaut here and Stellar Engine got a boost in streams after running the ads for about a week or so. And these are boosts from algorithmic playlists such as Release Radar or Discover Weekly. And in my case, I think it was Release Radar. So these are streams that Spotify are sending my way for free. And you can say that it's the Spotify algorithm and using Facebook ads then to try to drive people to try to trigger that Spotify algorithm. However, if we take a look at my latest release that is running now, Containment Field, it seems like it's not really clicking with people that listen to the track, at least compared to my other releases. So far, I'm not getting this algorithmic boost here on this particular track. I usually get it after about a week. I at least did that on my previous 2 ones, even though the ad setup and everything is more or less the same as the other tracks. At this point, I can decide if I am going to run the campaign to the end, use up its budget or not. But I am probably just going to run its course, since it's not so many days left in the budget, and the conversion still costs around 30 cents on Containment Field here, so it's not that bad considering what kind of countries I am targeting. So if the price per conversion was higher, let's say 50-60 cents on this type of track, I will probably stop the ad after a few weeks, put the rest of the budget into the next one or another campaign that is getting better results. But it's also important to be patient in this, because Facebook sometimes need time to adjust itself in. And it hurts a little bit to give it a week or two to just use up your budget to kind of learn how it's going to serve your ad. But I see that the cost per click goes down during those first weeks. So I think it's important to set aside the money and just stick with it and see and try to adjust afterwards and see how it goes. I use DistroKid to release my tracks to all of the streaming platforms. It's not sponsored, by the way, but hey, DistroKid, if you want to sponsor, I'm here. Anyway, if we take a look at DistroKid, we can see that I am currently on about 15,000 streams per month. And how much this is in terms of revenue, I have no idea. If we go on the lower end of stream payouts, I think it's around perhaps $30-40, and on the higher end it's probably around $60. I think that's max $60 for 15,000 streams. So you could ask yourself if it's worth doing this or if it's worth paying for this. Clearly, you're not getting a return on investment right away. I mean, if you use $500 and you get like $40 back, why is it worth it, right? If you keep doing this for maybe a year or two, you will probably get more followers, you get more people that listen to your music, and in time, hopefully, it will gain its own momentum. So if you keep releasing new music, and when you get to a point where you earn some revenue from your music, you can put that directly into more marketing as well. But I have to say that I'm still not sure if my music is up to par quality-wise, because you kind of second guess yourself all the time. Maybe it's not good enough, right? And I think running a few ads can kind of perhaps show you if your music is going to work out there, because if people don't like it, they won't probably listen, and the ads are going to be expensive. And I think that's if you get a track where it's just not working at all, it's just probably something with the track. It could be something with the ad or itself, or you just took the wrong preview in your track, in your ad. You have to try to take another preview, and it could be a lot of things, but it could also just be that the track, it just doesn't work. Just use the budget to something else and move on and make a new one. So I see my Spotify profile, it's more like an asset, right? Such as a mutual fund, index fund, or something that you build up over a long period of time. I mean, I would rather invest my money into myself rather than perhaps buying some crypto coin that's not going to work or something. I want to credit Andrew Southworth and Tom Dupree, two YouTubers here who teaches this stuff and explain it much better than I can. I just want to make these videos to show you what my results are, and I hope they are kind of inspiring or interesting in some way. And I'm going to continue this strategy in 2023 as long as I have a day job and I can afford doing this, with releasing music about once a month and promote each track using this method. So click the like on this video if you want to see more content like this on this channel. And that's about all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.